wonderful time of the year. Those blaring sounds from carols never let us forget it's Christmas time. It's also one of the busiest times of the year where all of us are looking for the right gifts for the people we love the most. We getting together with your family, friends, we are busy cooking or just dreaming about those Christmas treats. Or maybe just sitting at home reminiscing all the Christmas memories of Christmases gone by with a family curled up in a cozy blankets. It's almost non negotiable that we have a festive celebration to wrap up every year with a bang.
The year 2020 has been a full-fledged roller coaster ride, but we have endured it with the comfort of a roof over our heads, a lot of time with our family, movies, the internet, and most importantly, 3 square meals a day. This year, we see ourselves not being able to go about our regular Christmas escapades. We have been confined to the telephone and occasional Zoom call.
For us, Christmas is largely about carols, food, and drinks. All about eat, drink, and be merry. It's almost hard to imagine how it's going to be possible to celebrate Christmas without the family and your favorite cousins.
Yes, this year has been particularly hard, though it's been even harder for the less fortunate in our country. They haven't been exactly lucky. There are people, maybe even amongst us, who can't manage the eat part of not just this Christmas season, but every single day of their lives.
On the first day of Christmas, the Lord gave me a bowl of rice to pass on. On the second day of Christmas, the Lord gave me plain rotis and a bowl of rice to pass on. On the third day of Christmas, the Lord gave me a bowl of dal, plain rotis, and a bowl of rice to pass on. On the fourth day of Christmas, the Lord gave me cup of water, bowl of dal, plain rotis, and a bowl of rice to pass on. On the fifth day of Christmas, the Lord gave me pieces of bread, cup of water, bowl of dal, plain rotis, and a bowl of rice to pass on. On the sixth day of Christmas, the Lord gave me fresh red tomatoes, pieces of bread, cup of water, bowl of the plain rotis, and a bowl of rice to pass.
It is estimated that 1.8 million Indians are rendered homeless and 73 million lack decent housing. 14% of Indians are undernourished and many do not have access to safe drinking water. Such statistics can get scarier. The worst part is that it is estimated that nearly 1/3 of the food produced in the world for human consumption goes to waste.
The pandemic has and will continue to exacerbate many of the socio-economic problems that we already face. One of the most challenging is that of nutrition, or rather the lack of it in many places. And while the government is working to ensure that people don't go hungry in various unprecedented scenarios, people can't often avail these welfare measures.
We often think about the poorest of the poor living in slums. Have you thought about your security guard who just lost his job? Farmers, they'll be going through a harder time because they've lost all that they earned in a flash of their eyes.
As is always the case in situations of disasters and pandemics, those affected the most are women and children. Simply providing water and bread does not amount to nutrition, especially for pregnant women and children. Outreach programs involving food security are functioning poorly thanks to the prolonged lockdown and reassignment of priorities in the welfare schemes.
Regardless of whether someone recently became poor, has grown up in poverty, or has a condition making it unlikely for them to escape poverty, they first need their lives stabilized. They first need to fill their stomachs. So before you start judging every person for not having enough to eat, don't think. You see a person hungry, just provide whatever is filling while not expecting anything in return.
Fill up a grocery bag to donate to a food bank. What should go in it? It's not just about food, it's about healthy food. That means donating things like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, low fat dairy, and lean proteins.
On the seventh day of Christmas, the Lord gave me couple of eggs, fresh red tomatoes, pieces of bread, cup of water, bowl of dal, plain rotis, and a bowl of rice to pass on. On the eighth day of Christmas, the Lord gave me spoon of salt, couple of eggs, fresh red tomatoes, pieces of bread, cup of water, bowl of dal, plain rotis, and a bowl of rice to pass on. On the ninth day of Christmas, the Lord gave me fresh raw potatoes, spoon of salt, couple of eggs, fresh red tomatoes, pieces of bread, cup of water, bowl of dal, plain rotis, and a bowl of rice to pass on. On the 10th day of Christmas, the Lord gave me yellow bananas, fresh raw potatoes, spoon of salt, couple of eggs, fresh red tomatoes, pieces of bread, cup of water, bowl of dal, plain rotis, and a bowl of rice to pass on. On the 11th day of Christmas, the Lord gave me a liter of milk, yellow bananas, fresh raw potatoes, spoon of salt, couple of eggs, fresh red tomatoes, pieces of bread, cup of water, bowl of dal, plain rotis, and a bowl of rice to pass on. On the 12th day of Christmas, the Lord gave me variety of spices, liter of milk, yellow bananas, fresh raw potatoes, spoon of salt, couple of eggs, fresh red tomatoes, pieces of bread, cup of water, bowl of dal, plain rotis, and a bowl of rice to pass on.
Now, will it make a difference? Most definitely. Your own food donations can inspire your nearest and dearest to give to causes important to them, and could even bring about a family wide effort to back charities that have a special significance to you as a group and can help fill many stomachs.
This Christmas, why don't we do the bare minimum and share that wholesome feeling with the less fortunate around us? There are small yet significant ways through which we can help, just so people don't have to go hungry. Access to food is a right and should not be a privilege. There are often times where people are forced to choose between paying the bills and feeding their children. We live in a world where this situation exists, and our small contribution can make a huge difference in changing that.
After all, Christmas is the spirit and season of giving. The least we can do is to pervade this message to the millions of Indians who have struggled not just this Christmas season, but throughout their entire lives. Why don't we all come together to make a change in the lives of others? Change one thing today and bigger changes will follow. Merry Christmas.